evolving because he's teaching.
No, he is evolving. He is evolving. The question is whether he is teaching with the attitude that I know everything and I am teaching.
Yeah.
He is teaching with the attitude that I am learning, I am teaching. That makes a difference.
But teaching itself is giving, right? So
Now the question is, a person, what I said is that by giving you grow, by teaching you grow. So how it is applies to a person with a subtle ego that I am a guru. So now the person may have a subtle ego that I am a guru, I know everything. I don't have to learn anything. This all is the truth. Then he's stuck. His evolution stops. There may be a person who is teaching with the understanding that I have to evolve. By teaching, in the process of teaching, I am becoming purified. That's the right attitude. That person will evolve. Okay, the person who says, I know, this is the truth, he may be stuck.
it doesn't happen mechanically. Just because you're teaching, you won't get better. You have to have the right attitude.
That is actually, just by teaching you become a better, is the question, a donkey carries Bhagavad Gita big book for 40 years. Will it become any wiser? I don't know. The mechanical process may be helpful. Maybe what happens is that nowadays students are much better than the masters because they have so much of information exposure. They will ask some questions which will embarrass this guy. Then he thinks, okay, I don't know. Or the students may say, think that this fellow doesn't know. So that interaction may bring out something in him, changes in him. But in reality, by teaching mechanically, the growth will not happen. As an attitude of service, by teaching, I am becoming more and more receptive. I am evolving by teaching. I am learning in the process of teaching by giving. That is an attitude for upliftment. Just because somebody mechanically teaches, his ego can become strengthened. There are many teachers here, no? Right? So there are, for example, there are school teachers. I have 25 years of experience in teaching mathematics. So what did you teach in mathematics? First time when I joined this school or college, I made notes. 25 years I am reading out the notes. Then what is the evolution? Have you become a better person?
And then teaching should reflect in a practice.
Teaching should reflect in the practice, in life. It doesn't happen. So are you on the path of continuous evolution, open for thoughts, open for experimentation? So that makes a difference in the teacher.
And the highest level is teaching is happening through
Yeah, at the highest level.
how thoughts come, how new ideas come, how new examples.
At the highest level, there is no teaching. So teaching happening, right? So this is what happened. So the question is, where a person is, where the student is, where the guru is, there are very, very, very grades and grades and grades and degrees and degrees.
The best part is it's irrelevant to all of us.
I don't know. See, I say that I know only this much and I can't call this absolute truth. I know what I am teaching. I am teaching what I know. If you feel happy, listen. If you don't feel happy, go and listen to somebody. Learn from somebody. Okay? I don't say that this is the absolute truth. As if the truth is dead after I learn. Okay? So I know this is what I know. If you want to listen, listen. All that I want is some good quality of students who will evolve themselves and who will help other people to evolve. Okay, if I can get some such good quality students, I'm happy about it. Right? I don't want to teach people who become deadwood after listening, and that happened in one of the cases. Okay, I taught some person. Okay, he said, I'm so blissful. And what is the concept of bliss is he keeps on going for walking. Okay, so his mother called. My son is actually is walking, and I called him. What is happening? I am blissful. I don't have to hear anything in life.
Surya.
No, it's different guy. I am very blissful. I don't have to do anything in life. He said. Then to bring him back to earth, it took me time. Right? It is people take the whole teaching in very different ways.
This is also an yajna activity, so it can be kamya, nishkamya or naiskramya. So it's again evolution.
No, I'm saying it can be misunderstood. The teaching can be misunderstood and think that they understood.
To some extent, I understood karke if they start teaching, and then they will understand the difference between the practice and the teaching. One day or when they kick,
Correct.
when they get the kick in life, and then
No, if they're aware and alert, they do attitude for this thing, that will happen. But many people become stagnant. I'm not saying teaching is the only way because all people are not teachers.
not teachers.
Okay, they not be. out of
Exactly what change is happening in here is important.
important, correct? Everybody cannot be teachers. That's why I said there are different 4 classes of Chatur Varnim Maya Shashtyam. That's what Bhagavad Gita says. There are 4 aptitudes for people. One guy is a teacher, scientist, researcher. Okay, that he calls as Brahmin. Kshatriya means somebody is administrator, politician. And Vaishya is a businessman, merchant. Shudra is a worker, service. So there are 4 categories of people. I am speaking not as a birth, but by aptitude. So not all the people can become teachers. There are people who will work in different categories, and when that attitude becomes service, they become free, wherever they are. So to get that type of attitude is difficult, right? Because modern day education has become very, very complex.
And another thing, Guruji, when I am learning cooking from my mother or from a good cook, I will learn whatever she is teaching, how she is teaching.
Right.
Now, after a few, time, after some time, then when I am well versed in that type of cooking, whatever she is, what a dance or something,
Right.
then I develop my own style of cooking and blah
That's
blah
right.
blah blah.
That's
But
right.
some people stick on that. If the chapati should be like this, it should be like this. Puri should be like this, should be like this. So that is stagnancy, isn't it? Even knowledge is also like that. If ABCD is to be taught like this, it should be taught like, should be written like this. So that is not the way. So
Yeah.
in Vipassana, all the timings, rules, everything is made only to support the awareness and all. But if the importance is given only to the external, whatever the shape, size, or blah blah blah, and they forget the inner, that what happens always.
That's right.
They follow the rituals and these things, not the knowledge,
Not the wisdom.
wisdom.
So that brings us the question: how let's take the musician. First, musician has to learn the raga.
Yeah, properly.
Sa
Yeah.
means sa. It has a matra, it has a pronunciation, it has an intonation. So there's a novice. He will learn the ragas. Then as he becomes proficiency, he has actually what you call as kirtana. He will be able to sing. But then he cannot deviate from what is there. So a person becomes a novice, he becomes a proficient. Then he is called a master when he is able to break all the rules of the music and create some new music.
New music, yeah.
Okay. Till that point of time, he has to follow the rules.
But the other novice people think that he's breaking the rules.
That's right.
That's satsanga that happens.
Yeah.
So it happens when different evolution people are there.
Correct.
So others think that.
Yeah,
one
but because
person is deviating the
but
path.
that's why there's a structure required initially, right? I was hearing about one of the masters, okay, in the Indian old master. He went to America. That the lady said, who was actually this happened during that our group discussion in Bodhi Raksha. So he had some 60 students in America, and he used to teach them raga sitting, Hindustani. So months together he repeated that. Okay, people repeat, and out of that some 2 or 3 people would take the tradition and continue with that. So out of the 60 or 70 people, not all of them will be able to eligible to become teachers. Some people will become teachers. Right? That's how life is. And a real teacher will gradually be able to understand, come to a level of teaching, which is his own innovative method will be then teaching, depending on the students. So that doesn't mean the teaching is changed, but the method of teaching will change. The truth cannot be changed. The communication of truth can change.
Even in simple things also, in cooking also, like if that should be that shape, it should be that shape only. If that is different shape, then it is not. Like puris, Gujarati has to make small means, it is small only. So even that, whatever it is, people are sticking to that, thing
Yeah,
that
because-
puja ritual also is there to create devotion. But they stick to the ritual, it should be done.
That's because either they are not able to come out of that, their growth level is that. That's all it is. Right? As the person becomes more evolved, it will become that's what they call tradition. To some extent, it gives a discipline. A primary school kid has to have its own uniform, right? So the same thing imposed in the high college, then the students revolted. I don't want a uniform. Right? Uniform is required at primary school kid level. The teaching methodology is required. Like that. As the person grows, there will be more freedom.
Even this morality also is the same thing. Childhood morality is based on the good,
Yeah.
bad, praise,
Right.
punishment, this thing. And as we evolve, we choose what is right and wrong.
Right and wrong.
About that, there is no right and wrong.
That's right. So, my class is about freedom. Okay.
Freedom from all
Uh, I don't want kids here. Okay. You are free. That's why I call you Atma Jyotis. I'm not calling you Prabhu's Shishyas, Prabhu's disciples. And don't tell me I'm following Prabhu. Prabhu doesn't go anywhere.
Even the people think that even people think that Atma Jyoti is also like, you know, some tradition. Someone asked me, is there any membership for this, or you know, this satsang, or you know, that Atma Jyoti is like, you know, mandatory, or you know, something like that. It's not like that. Just to remind you that, you know, you are not your name here.
You're not even following me also. Okay, don't have to say I am following Guruji like a tail. Okay, I thought Guruji has no tail or horns, but then some says I am your tail. Don't become my tails also. I am saying you develop your individuality. Do become aware of yourself. Become free. Right? That's my teaching. Tomorrow you say, what I am teaching is wrong, and you start your own teaching. I am okay. I am perfectly alright. As long as you are able to bring some more awareness into people's life, fine.
So after faith, surrender will come, Guruji.
What is surrender?
To surrender to Guruji.
Means what? What is surrender to Guruji means? What is surrender to Guruji means? Now let's take the example of a doctor, then you will understand surrender. So you go to a doctor. Okay, doctor looks at you and says, you have a stomach, there's a cancer, so I have to cut open and cut that. Alright? No, I don't want my stomach, this thing, I will run away. So then you are not accepting what is reality. So doctor says, for surgery I have to do, you have to give anesthesia. Oh, what will happen to me if you anesthesia is given? I may not wake up. So you have to accept. The doctor knows better than me. This has to be cut off. You have to accept it. That's called surrender. So Guruji's surrender to Guru doesn't mean that he has some stupidity, you follow that. So this Guruji says, okay, you do dharma, you do service, become by that, you will evolve. So if you listen to the words and implement in your life, that's called surrender. Right? Surrender doesn't mean that surrender is related to teaching. When you listen, when Guruji says you will do panchayatna, by that process you will evolve, you do. You have to have faith that will happen. Surrender also means living in the present moment. So every time don't start worrying what will happen to me tomorrow. Accept what comes in life. Basic principle of surrender is change what you can, accept what you can't. Right? So, but what the problem in your life? You will never accept what you can't. You want that change. You want the Guru to change that. Guru says change yourself. You say change my circumstance. That's not surrender. Guru says if the circumstances are there for you to evolve.
People say, surrender your problem to Guruji.
If you don't say surrender your problem to Guruji.
You surrender the problem and then always think of the problem. If you surrender the problem, not think of the problem.
See, surrender is not surrendering the problem. Surrender is accept the problem. Okay? Accept that any situation in my life is for my good. Universe is not harmful. Universe is not punishing you. Okay? Any circumstance in my life is for my good. Any difficulties in my life is a challenge posed by God for me to evolve. Please understand, by praying to God, God will not remove your difficulties. By praying to God, God will give you strength to overcome difficulties. God is not one who will give you fish. He will teach you how to do fishing. That's the difference. Guru is not one who will remove your problems. Guru will help you to evolve so that you overcome the problems. So he builds inner strength in you. So now, the surrendering the problem doesn't mean the running away from problems. Surrender life is not running away from problems. Krishna and Arjuna, Krishna is a driver, Sarathi. Arjuna has to fight the war. Just because Krishna is sitting, Arjuna, you relax. I'll take care of the war. I never say that. Arjuna has to experience his karma. Only thing is Krishna gives him guidance and strength. So now what you people want is Guru to take care of all your problems. Go from Guru becoming a driver, you want the Guru to be facing the problems. It is not, it's your problem. The teaching of Guru builds you awareness, builds you detachment, and helps you to overcome the problems in a life in a much better way. That's all he can do. Some Guru will promises you to remove problems into your life. Then somewhere you are on the wrong path. That's not surrender. Surrender is very simple. Change what you can, accept what you can't. When you accept, your mind should be peaceful. Change, you have to have an ability to change. So this is what the ability Guru gives. Surrender doesn't mean that Guru will take care of the problem. Krishna never fought war for Arjuna. Right? But what you people want? You want God to take care of your problems. Huh? At least take care of these 3 people. That doesn't work that way. Make some of these people vanish into thin air. That is given to you to overcome, to grow. Why the children are given problems to solve? By solving the problem, they become sharp. Now you tell me, 47 into 33, how much is that?
I have to count.
You have to use the calculator, right? But if you are taught not to use the calculator, you will be able to count by mentally. Your brain has become dull because of the calculator. Our basic mathematical ability gone. Right? So the challenges and problems in your life make you evolve. That's what Guru helps you. Only thing is he doesn't help you to solve the problem because he doesn't know the solution. Right? At least he gives you strength and courage to overcome the problem. That's all a Guru does. If you think the Guru will solve the problem for you, then you are mistaken.